Ten-point lead here at the half over the Tucson Sugar Skulls.
A tight football game as we expected, James, as it always is. The Wranglers taking full advantage of the 2 turnovers that Tucson had. That led to 14 of their 24 points. Brandon Fisher, of course, kicks a field goal to give them that 10-point advantage at the half. So it was a really good football game as we expected. Looking at some of these numbers, let me bring up my iPad here. Garrett Kettle, 6 of 9, 90 yards, that 1 touchdown pass. Him and Ryan Wisniewski worked really well today. 3 catches for 77 yards for Wisniewski. Justin Manyweather has 1 catch for 7 yards. Jared Ware Jr. has 2 catches for 6 yards. As we check out everybody at the Hideout Bar up there in Prescott Valley. What's up, guys?
Hoot and holler. We need to hear you guys. Get loud in there inside the Hideout Bar as we go over some more halftime stats here. 24-14, Wranglers on top by 10.
Daniel Wright leads all Wranglers defensive players with 8 tackles. Dorian Walker, Justin Wisenhunt with 4 tackles apiece. Keyshawn Walker, Tremont Lofton, 3 tackles apiece. Tremont, of course, with that sack on the quarterback, Travion Banks, 2 tackles. Armonte Carey, 2 tackles. Theo Majette, 1 tackle. And Justice Henson, 1 tackle as well.
We'll step aside here and take a very short timeout and come back and look at a couple of halftime highlights here from the Tucson Convention Center. The Wranglers 24 and the Tucson Sugar Skulls 14. Stay with us here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers halftime show. We'll be right back.
That's funny. Desert Schools changed their name.
Yeah, now it's Desert Financial.
Alice Cooper! Wait, what are you doing here?
I'm telling everyone, school's out.
For summer?
Forever.
Whoa! Whoa!
Dude, put your card in.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When they're out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile, look at these apps, they don't lie. And faster speed nationwide. Let's do it for the phone.
We welcome you back inside the Tucson Convention Center here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers halftime show. The Wranglers leading 24-14. It's been a valiant effort so far, Ed, but as we know, a lot more football to go. The Wranglers got off to a rousing start if you're joining us late, but then kind of let off the gas pedal there a little bit in that second quarter and allowed Tucson to get back into this ball game.
Yeah, it was just one of those first quarters where it was just both teams figuring each other out. Both teams had a turnover, but again, the Wranglers took advantage of the 2 turnovers that Tucson got, led into 14 of their 24 points. So I like the fact that they are taking advantage of the mistakes that Tucson has. And when they make mistakes, you've got to capitalize. And they did. Again, getting those 14 of their 24 points off turnovers.
And the defense has been playing really well. You talk about it. They've been sure tacklers here tonight against a really tough Tucson offense. And then having to corral Mike Jones, obviously no easy feat, Ed, ever.
No, that's why you need an entire football team. We talked about it in the pregame show. You need an entire defense to stop number 8 because Mike Jones is a battering ram into himself.
as you say, you got to throw bodies at
Yes,
that
you
guy
do.
right and left and do
Yes.
whatever you can. You definitely can't come at him high. You got to get him down low and chop him off at the legs.
I do like the gap integrity. We talk about gap integrity
Yes.
with the defense, about guys playing their lanes, not over pursuing. With Mike Jones, you cannot over pursue because if you do, he'll make you miss and he's gone.
We will. Let's step back here just for a moment, Ed. Give them a look at the halftime festivities going on here inside the Tucson Convention Center. We will step aside and take another brief timeout and come back here and wrap up the halftime show here. Wranglers 24 and Sugar Skulls 14. Stay with us. We'll be right back for more halftime festivities right after this.
There's a little piece of magic in the heart of the Verde Valley, where adventure is encouraged. Whether you're whining and dining, rocking and rolling, or pushing and pulling, it's your adventure. Play however you choose.
Who's to say you don't have the skills to reach the top? Who's to say you don't have power?
This is how we do it. Time to run it up. This is how we do it for the top.
Who's to say you can't own the stage? Who's to say you can't put a team together? Who's to say who's best? The best ever? Or who will be in the future? And with this game-changing team to inspire us, who's to say what's possible for you? Pepsi, play to inspire.
We welcome you back inside the Tucson Convention Center. You are looking live at a live look-in on action happening out in San Jose right now. The Bay Area Panthers in command, 42-18 over the Vegas Nighthawks. They're about halftime right there, Ed, and it looks like the Panthers obviously in charge of that one there over the Nighthawks.
Yeah, so far with a 24-point lead, but of course, no lead is safe in the Indoor Football League. Well, Bay Area looks so good so far. Again, they're 3-2, just like the Northern Arizona Wranglers are. So they're trying to keep pace with these Tucson Sugar Skulls as well. And so far, they look really good against Vegas out there in San Jose.
I mean, this Western Conference up and down, Ed, is just tough, stem to stern, and it's going to make for some really good competition as we make our way toward the playoff stretch. You see 7 seconds left there in Bay Area inside the SAP Center.
And, James, we saw how tough it is to win in that building. A couple of weeks ago, the Wranglers went there and got a rude introduction to San Jose, California, losing 47-13. So that is a very difficult place to win, the SAP Center.
We got Paul Budd checking in with us here on the halftime show. Let's go Wranglers, says Paul.
All right, Paul.
And right now the Wranglers just got to continue that first quarter when they came out just gangbusters there in that first quarter and came out on fire and really put it to the Sugar Skulls there in the first part, at least, of that first quarter.
Right. It is about putting pressure on Ramon Atkins. Ramon, 11 of 16 so far, 88 yards. The one interception by Travion Banks, 1 touchdown. He was sacked by Tremont Lofton. Mike Jones, 10 rushes for 31 yards and a touchdown. That's what he does. He does the dirty work. He gets the little yards, but he gets a lot of carries and touchdowns. That's what Mike Jones does. But it is, again, about putting hats helmet to helmet. You've got to put something on number 8. You've got to put pressure on number 10. If Tremont Lofton in that front or Monty Carey and Theo Majette, if they can continue to get pressure, Justin Wisenhunt coming up that A gap, they'll be in really good position because they'll put Ramon Atkins in unsavory situations that he's not accustomed to, nor would any quarterback want to be accustomed to.
And we talked about it off air, Ed, while we were up here watching that first half. It's been a really physical game here tonight. We can hear and almost feel the pads slapping up here in the broadcast booth, and these guys are really getting after it.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple shots, folks. We're just like, oh, my gosh, was that a hit? It was so loud. We're up in section 225, so we're up, as you can see, we're a good ways up, but those hits, when they register, you can hear them all the way up here.
You absolutely can. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and look at a couple of those halftime highlights as we get you ready for half number 2 here inside the Tucson Convention Center. Stay with us here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers halftime show. We'll be right back to Pima County.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. with buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When they're out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile, look at these apps, they don't lie. And faster speeds nationwide. Let's do it for the phones.
We welcome you back inside the Tucson Convention Center. Just about 1 minute remaining here in the halftime show. Ed, any final thoughts? Wranglers up 24-14. We're about ready for the second half of action here from the convention.
Northern Arizona deferred, so they'll get the ball in the second half. So Garrett Kettle take his offense down the field. Again, start off fast in that second half. We talk about it every single game. Start off fast in the first half and second half. If they can get that momentum built early in the second half, that'll propel them potentially to a 31-14 lead, and we'll see what the defense can do after that, because you know Jason Simpson is going to get his guys after Ramon Atkins tonight.
He will indeed. We encourage you to jump back over now to the Indoor Football League YouTube channel and then come back to the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel for our post-game show. I'll be down at field level with some players, and we'll get to visit with them after tonight's ball game. Stay with us. We hope you enjoy the second half, and we look forward to a Wranglers victory here tonight inside the Convention Center. Come back and join us for the post-game show after the conclusion of tonight's ball game.
Go Wranglers.
Go Wranglers.